Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. Today I will solve the Cambridge O-Level past paper 2023 paper 2. Now let's start the paper. Question 1, party shop buy some fruit. The table shows the bill for fruit. And in this table you see here are 4 columns: item, quantity, rate and the cost price. We have to find the value of P, Q, R and S. You know that when you multiply the quantity to rate, we get the total cost price. Now, therefore, we can find the value of P if we multiply the quantity 72 multiplied by 1.35, we get the value of P. We can write it as 72 multiply 1.35. 72 multiply 1.35. The answer is 97.2 with a value of P 97.2. Now next we have to find the value of Q. We can find this value when we add all these cost prices. We get to 40.3. Therefore, we can write it as 25.5 plus P. P is 97.2 plus Q plus 51.3. 0, that's equal to 240.3. Now we add 25.5, 97.2 and 51.3. We get 174 plus Q equal to 240.3. Now we can write it as 240. Now the value of Q will be equal to 240.3 minus 174. Now we subtract this 240.3 minus 174. The answer will be 66.3. Now we write here is 66.3. Now you see here we have to find the value of R. Now the value of R we can find by R multiplied by 1.95, we get the value equal to Q, because when we multiply the quantity with the rate, we get total cost price. Therefore, see here the value of Q is 66.3. R multiply 1.5 by 95 and R will be equal to 66.3 divided by 1.95. Now 66.3 divided by 1.95, the answer will be equal to 34, and therefore the value of R will be 34. And the value of Q is 66.3. Next, we have to find the value of S. The value of S we can find by using the same formula, quantity multiplied rate equal to cost. Now we write here 45 multiply S equal to 51.30. Therefore, S will be equal to 51.3 divided by 45. That will be equal to 1.14. Now we write here 1.14. The table is completed, and now we write these value. You can write these value here. The value of P is 97.2, and the value of Q is 66.3. And the value of R is 34 and the value of S is 1.14. Part second, the shop sell all this fruit for a total of 325. Calculate the percentage profit. Formula of the percentage profit is profit our cost price multiplied by 100. Firstly, we will find the profit. And the profit is equal to sale price minus cost price. You see here the sale price is 325 and the cost price you can see is 240.3. This is the total cost price to 240.3. Now we write the 325 minus 240.3. The answer is 84.7. Profit percent will be equal to, profit is 84.7 and the cost price is 240.3 multiplied by 100. The answer is 35.24. And we write the 3SF value, that's 35.2. 35.2% is the answer. Part B in 2022, the show of total sale were $34,974. Part A pie chart is drawn to show the items that make up these total sale. Part A, the sale for fruit were 9,520.7. Calculate the angle representing fruit on the pie chart. You see here the total sale of the shop is 34,974, and this total sale is drawn on pie chart. The pie chart, the total angle on the pie chart is 360 degree. The angle against the sale will be 360 degree, and we have to find the angle against the fruit sale. Now, fruit sale is 9,520.70, and the angle, we have to find the angle, we name x degree. Now, this is the direct proportion, and now we can write it as x degree, x over 360 degree will be equal to 9,520.70 over 34,974. Therefore, we can write it as x will be equal to 9,520.70 divided by 34,974 multiplied by 360. We get 98. Now you can calculate this value by calculator. Next part B, the angle representing frozen food is 60 degree. Calculate the sales for frozen food. Same here, we write the relationship sales having 34,974. The angle is 360 degree. When the angle is 46 degree, the sale we consider as x. Now we can write this value as x over 34,974 equal to 46 over 360 degree. Now we can write it as x degree will be equal to 46 over 360 multiply 34,974. Answer is 4468.9. This is the answer. Second part of the B, the shop total sale of 34,974 in 2022 was 4.4% increase on the total sale in 2021. Calculate total sale in 2021. We firstly suppose that let total sale in 2021 is equal to x. Now the total sale in 2022 equal to 4.4% increase on total sale in 2021. The 2021 sale is x. Now we add the 4.4% of 2021 sale. 2021 sale is x. We can write it as x plus 4.4 over 100x. And this value will be equal to 100x plus 4.4x over 100. You can write it as 104.4x over 100, and that value will be equal to 1.044x. And you see here the value of 2022 sale is 34,974. Now, therefore, X will be equal to 34,974 divided by 1.044. The answer is $33,500. $33,500. Question number 2, part A. One chocolate bar cost P-cent and one packet cost of sweets 75 cents. Total pay 9.10 for 5 chocolates and 8 packets. Form an equation, solve it to find value of P. You see here the total cost is equal to chocolate bar cost plus packet of sweet cost. Now the chocolate bar cost is equal to total quantity multiplied by rate. You can find any cost that's equal to quantity multiplied by rate. Now, firstly, we see that total chocolate bar quantity is 5 and cost is P-cent. Next is packets, 8 packets, and the total rate of the suite of packets is 75 cents. Now you can see here that's equal to 5p plus 8 multiplied 7,500, that is equal to 600 cents. Now this value in cent, you see here the total cost here is $9.10. Now we can write this value in cent. If we multiply by 100, this total cost is $9.10. 9 cent, 9.10 multiply 100, that's equal to 910 cent. Now we write here 910 cent. Now that value will become 5p. 910 minus 600, that will be equal to 5p will be equal to 310, and p will be equal to 310 divided by 5. Now that's become 62. Now 62 number of 62 cents is the answer. Part B. Part B, factorize 6ac minus 20c. You see here the common between 6 and 27 is 3. And in the variable, you see here c is the common. Therefore, we can write it as 2a minus 3 times 9 is 27. We write 9. 2a minus 9 is the answer. Next is the right 3m square n over 10 multiply 5n over 9n. Now we write the expression this 3m square over n over into n over 10 multiply 5n over 9m. Now we can write it as 5 multiplied 3 is 15. 10 times 9 is 90. Now the m's power 2. And you see here the power in the denominator. Here is m power 1. We shift the m from denominator to numerator. The power become negative. We write it's 2 power minus 1. And same here is n power 1 into n power 1. That's become n square. And this value will be equal to 15 times 1 is 15. 15 times 6 is 90. And that value will be equal to 1 over 6 m into n square. This is the answer. Part D, rearrange the formula y equal to 3x square over 5 to make the x subject. It's very simple. We shift from 5 from right to left side. We get 5y equal to 3x square, and therefore x square will be equal to 5y over 3 Now to find x, we take square root on both sides. We get x square root and 5y over 3 square root. Now we can write it as x will be equal to 5y over 3 square root, and you can put the plus minus sign when you take the square root. This is the answer. Group of k numbers has a mean 56.8. The number of 52 is added to a group. The new mean is 56.5, the value of k. Now, firstly, we write the formula of mean. Mean equal to sum of values divided by total number of values. Now we write the mean here. This is 56.8. And the sum of values, we write the sum of values. The total number of values you see here, that be k, we write here. Therefore, the sum of values will be equal to 56.8k. Next is the number 52 added in the group. The new mean is 56.8. Now you see here, the new mean will be equal to sum of values. Sum of value is 56.8k plus this member is added in this group. Therefore, total sum of value becomes 56.8k plus 52, and total number of values, you see here one member is added. Total member become k plus 5. Therefore, the total number of values become k plus 1, and new mean here is 56.5, and this value is 56.8k plus 52 and k plus 1. Now we shift the k plus 1 plus from right to left side. 56.5 multiply k plus 1 now equal to 56.8k plus 52. Now this value becomes 56.5k plus 56.5 equal to 56.8k plus 52. Therefore, we can write it as 56.8k minus 56.5k. Now we shift 52 from right to left. That value 56.5 minus 52. Now the answer will be equal to 4.5, and this answer is equal to 56.8k. This is it. Now that's value 0.3k. Now next is the k will be equal to 4.5 over 0.3. 4.5 divided by 0.3, you get 15 is the answer. Question number 3, part A. The diagram shows the equilateral triangle B and a part of regular polygon A which have a common side. The interior angle of polygon A is 165. Find the value of A. You see here, this is the equilateral triangle. In the equilateral triangle, each sides of the triangle and each sides of the angle will be equal. Therefore, when each angle of the triangle is same, therefore this angle will be equal to 60 degree. In equilateral triangle, the angle will be 60, and the interior angle here is given 165. Now you see here the angle, sum of adjacent angle on a point is equal to 360. We write it as y plus 165 plus 60 equal to 360 degree. Therefore, y will be equal to 360 minus 165 minus 60. Now we get y equal to 135. This is the answer. And next part, we calculate the number of sides of the polygon. You see here, the interior angle of polygon A is 165. We use the formula. Each interior angle of regular polygon equal to n minus 2 multiply 180 divided by n. You see here each interior angle is 165. We write it as 165. We can write this 180n minus 2 times 180 is 360, our n. Now we can write it as 165n equal to 180n minus 360, and that will be equal to, we shift the 360 from right to left side, that value become 180n, and minus 360 shift from right to left side, we get plus 360, and 165 shift from left to right side. Now the answer will be 180 minus 165n, that's equal to 50n, equal to 360. Therefore, n will be equal to 360 divided by 15. When we divide it, 360 divided by 15, we get 24, and the n will be equal to 24, and this is the answer. Question 3, part B. A, B, C are points on the circumference of a circle, center O, angle ABC. Angle ABC is x degree. Show that angle OAC equal to 90 minus x degree. Give reason for your answer. You see here, this is the circle having a chord AC, and this chord AC making angle at circumference is x degree, and this angle at center will be 2x degree, because the angle at center is 2 times the angle at circumference by same chord. Now we write it here. Firstly, the angle AOC will be equal to 2 times of angle ABC, and that is 2x degree. The reason is the angle at center is equal to 2 times of angle at circumference. Next, you see here we have to find angle OAC. This angle OAC, we suppose that this angle is A degree. Now angle OAC is equal to A degree, and the length OC and OA are equal because these are radius. Now we can write it as angle OAC is A degree will be equal to, this angle OAC will be equal to angle OCA, because OAC is isosceles triangle. We can write this angle is A. Therefore, the sum of interior angle A degree plus 2x degree equal to 180 degree. Sum of interior angle is equal to 180. Now we can write it as 2a plus equal to 180 minus x to minus 2x, and that will be equal to 2a will be equal to 180 over 2 minus 2x over 2. Now we get 90 minus x, and that A is angle OAC. We write here OAC will be equal to 90 minus x. Part second, angle BAO equal to 54 degree, angle OCB equal to 11 degree. Find the value of x. Now you see here the angle BAO, this angle is 54 degree. And next is the angle OCB. This angle OCB is 11 degree. To find the value of x, we draw a line segment from B to O. If we draw the line segment from B to O. You see here, BO is the radius of the circle and OC is also the radius of the circle. Therefore, this is an isosceles triangle. We write BOC is isosceles. Therefore, the base angle, this is the base angle B and angle C. We write the angle OBC will be equal to angle OCB. This angle will also be 11 degree. Now next you see here this in the triangle OAB, this triangle is also isosceles. OAB is isosceles triangle because OA and OB are equal length due to radius. Now is isosceles. Therefore, the base angle OBA will be equal to angle OAB. These two angles will be equal. We can write it as x plus 11 equal to 54 degree. And this value x will be equal to 43 degree. And this is the answer. Question number 4, part A, complete the table for y equal to 2 power x over 5. Now you see here the value of y is missing here. Firstly, we find the value of y. Now we can find this value of y by using this equation to y equal to 2 power x over 5. Now we put the value x here, 2 power 4 over 5. This value becomes 16 over 5. Now we can write it as, now this is 3.2. Part B, draw the graph for y equal to 2 power x over 5 for values x is greater than -1 and less than 4. Now we draw the graph here in this grid. You see here first value is x is -1 and y is 0.1. Now we mark the point x is -1 and y is 0.1. And this point is 0.1. We mark this value. Next is the x is 0 and y is 0.2. X is 0 and y is 0.2. We mark here this point. And next you see here x is 1, y is 0.4. X, this is 1. And this value will be 0.4, 0.1, 2, 3, and 4. And next is 2 and 0.8. We mark 2 and this value is 0.8. And next value you see here 3 and 1.6. We mark 3 and 1.6. This is 1, 1.5 and this value is 1.6. And last is the value 4 and 3.2. We mark 4 and 3.2. This is 3.2. Now we join these points and we get the curve. Now we join these points. You see here. By joining these points, we get the curve, and this is the graph of y equal to 2 power x over 5. See, by drawing a suitable line on grid, solve 2 power x equal to 6. This is the graph of 2 power x over 5. Now, we make this equation 2 power x over 5, where when we divide on both sides by 5, we get 2 power x over 5 and 6 over 5. Now 6 over 5, it shows that we have to draw the line on the graph. Now that y equal to 6 over 5 is equal to 1.2. Now we will draw a line in this graph. Here, the line y equal to 1.2. This is 1.2. We draw this line and this is the line y equal to 6 over 5. And both graph intersect this point, and this is the solution of the graph. And we mark the value of x here. This value of x will be 2.6. This is the 2.6, the value of x, and this is the solution of the 2 power x equal to 6. Now we can write x equal to 2.6. Part D, complete the table of values for y equal to 2x plus 1. We have to find the value of y against -1. Now you see here that says 4y equal to 2x plus 1. Now when x equal to -1, 4y equal to 2 into -1 plus 1. That's equal to -2 plus 1. And this is -1. 4y equal to -1. Therefore, y will be equal to -1 over 4. This is minus 0.25. Now we write minus 0.25 here. And next is the value 4y equal to 2x plus 1. Then x equal to 2. Therefore, 4y will be equal to 2 into 2 plus 1. That will be equal to 4y will be equal to 5. And therefore, the y will be equal to 5 over 4. And this is equal to 1.25. And these are the values of x and y. Question number D, part second on the grid page A, draw the graph 4y equal to 2x plus 1. Now we have to draw the graph here. The values of this equation here are -1 to -0.25. Now we mark the point -0.25. This is 0.2 and this point is -0.25. And next is the point is 2 to 1.25, and suppose this point is 1.25, and 4 to 2.25, and this point is 4.2.25. We join all these points, and when we join these points, we get the line, and this line is the line 4y equal to 2x plus 1. Now we have to find the solution of this graph. When the line crosses the graph y equal to 2x, we have to find the value of x. Now you see here, at this point it crosses the curve, and this point it crosses the curve, and this value is -0.5, and the value of x here is this value of x. We mark it here, and this is 3.1, and this value is 3.1, and this value is -0.5. Now this is the answer. Part 4, the x coordinate in part D. Third are the solution of the equation to a into 2 power x plus bx plus c. Now where a, b, c are integer, use the equation 4y equal to 2x plus 1 and y equal to 2 power x over 5 to find exact value. Now you see here 4y equal to 2x plus 1, and we can write it as 4y equal to 2x plus 1 over 4. And same here is the y equal to 2 power x over 5. Now y equal to 2 power x over 5. We equalize these equation. We get 2 power x over 5 equal to 2x plus 4. Now we cross multiply 4 to 2 power x and 5 to 2x plus 1. Now we get 4 into 2 power x equal to 5 times 2 is 10x plus 5. Now we can write it as 4 into 2 power x minus 10x minus 5 equal to 0. Now when we this equation is compared to a into 2 power x plus b x plus c. Now you see here a is equal to 4, b is equal to minus 10, and c is equal to minus 5. And this is the answer. Question 5, Part A. The table shows the population and area of the country. Write down the value of smallest population. You see here, these are the populations. And firstly, we check the power of 10, which is smaller. This is 10 power 7 and 10 power 7. Next, we will check the first factors. You see here, 2.18 is smaller to 5.157. Therefore, this 2.18 into 10 power 7 is the answer. Next is the difference in area between Sri Lanka and Pakistan. You see here, this is the Sri Lanka area and this is the Pakistan area of the Pakistan. Now, firstly, we write here is the bigger value and then the smaller value, and we take the difference. We get 8. We can write it as 10 power 4 is taken as a common. That's value become 8.82 multiplied 10 minus 6.56. Now we get the value 81.64 multiplied 10 power 4, and we can write it as, we shift the decimal from right to left side, that's 8.64 into 10 power 4 plus 1. And we can write 8.16 multiplied 10 power 5, and this is the answer. The third part of this part A, the population density of country in the number of people per square kilometer. Find the value of largest population density from this country. Now you see here the density of a country is equal to the number of people divided by area. We can find the population density, area, people divided by area, the population divided by area. Now see here, 2.18 multiplied 10 power 7 divided by 6.56 into 10 power 5, we get 3.3 into 10 power 2. Same, we divide 5.7 multiply 10 power 7 into 1 multiply 10 power 5, we get 5.17 into 10 power 2. And same in the population of Pakistan divided by area, we get 2.5 into 10 power 1. This value is the largest value, and this is the answer. We can write here is the 5.17 into 10 power 2. Now we write here is the maximum population is 5.17 into 10 power 2 is the answer. Part B in standard form, A equal to 8.6 multiplied 10 power n and B equal to 1.5 multiplied 10 power n minus 1. Find in terms of n, A minus B. Firstly, we write the value of A here. This is the value of A and this is the value of B. Now we take the common in both values. You see here 10 power n and 10 power n minus 1. We can write it as 10 power n is a common, that here is the value become 8.6 minus 1.5, and 10 power n is taken as a common, that value will be 10 power minus 1. Now this value 10 power 8.6 minus 1.5 into 1 over 10 and this into 10 power n. Now we can write 8.6 minus 0.15 multiplied 10 power n. Now this value 8.45 into 10 power n. This is the answer. Next is the part second. A multiply B, we can write it 8.6 into 10 power n multiply 1.5 into 10 power n minus 1. Part second, A multiply by B, 8.6 into 10 power n multiply 1.5 into 10 power n minus 1. We multiply 8.6 into 1.5, we get 12.9 into 10 power n plus power will be added of 10. Now the 10n plus n minus 1. Now we get 12.9 into 10 power 2n minus 1. And we can write it as 10.9 into 10 power 2n into 10 power minus 1. Now we can write 12.9 divided by 10 into 10 power 2n. Now this value 10 power minus 1 is shifted from numerator to denominator. Therefore, that value becomes 12.9 over 10. That's equal to 1.29 into 10 power. This value is 10 power 2n and 1.29 into 10 power 2n is the answer. Question number 6. Sophia takes part in trial challenge. She walks, then cycle, then swim. Write the distance, walk, cycle, swim as a ratio in simplest form. You see here, these are the distances. Firstly, we make the unit same. And here is the kilometer, meter, and meter. We convert the kilometer into meter. You know, when we convert kilometer into meter, we multiply by 1000. Therefore, with this value becomes 6.3 multiplied by 1000. That will be equal to 6,300 kilometer, 6,300 meter. Now we write the ratio 6,300 meter. Ratio cycling is 3000 meter. Ratio 1800 meter. Now, firstly, you see here, we can divide all these numbers by 100. If we divide it by 100, we get 63 ratio 30 ratio 18. Now we simplify more. You see here, it can be divisible by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. And same here is 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 6 is 18. Now this is the simplest ratio form. And this is the answer. Now we move to the next part of this question. 6 part B. Sophia walks an average speed of 1.4 meter per second. She completes walk at 11:05. Find the time, then she starts walking. Now to find the starting time, we can find by ending time minus traveling time. When we take the difference, we get the starting time. We write the starting time. Here is the ending time is 11:05. And the traveling time, you see here, the traveling time is not given, but we can find it traveling time. Here is the speed, average speed of moving body is equal to total distance divided by total time. Now, therefore, the time will be equal to distance over speed. Here is the distance during walking is 6,300 meter. We write it 6,300 divided by, now the average speed here is 1.4. Now we divided 6,300 divided by 1.4, we get 4,500 second. We can convert into hours by dividing 3,600. You know, when you convert second into hours, you smaller to bigger unit, you divide this value by 3,600. Therefore, we divide by 3,600, we get 1.25 hours. Now we can write it as 1 plus 0.25 hours, and we can write this as 1 plus 0.25 hours. We convert into minute by multiplying 60. You know, you convert second to minutes, minute to second, you multiply by 60. Therefore, that value will be equal to 1 hour plus 15 minutes. We write here the 1 hour, 15 minutes is the traveling time. We take the difference, we get the starting time. You see here 0.5 cannot, 15 cannot be subtracted from 0.5. Therefore, we take out 1 hour from 11, that value becomes 60, and that 1 hour is equal to 60. Therefore, we can write it as 10 ratio. This value is 60 plus 5 is 65, and that is 15. And this is the traveling time is 1. Now the starting time will be equal to, take the difference, 65 minus 60 equal to 50. And that is 10 minus 9, 950 is the time when it starts per walking. Part C, Sophia cycle a distance of 3000 meter. Correct to nearest 10 meter. She cycles his distance in a time of 450 seconds, correct to nearest 10 seconds. Calculate the upper bound for her average cycling speed in meter per second. Now, firstly, we write the distance here. D is equal to 3000 meter. And correct to nearest 10 meter means we take this value divided by 2. 10 divided by 2, we get 5. Now the correction error is plus minus 5. We write it here plus minus 5. And same here is the time is 450 seconds. We write it as 10 divided by 2. We get 5 seconds. Now we write it plus minus 5. Now the upper bound value of the cycling speed, the speed, average speed of the moving body is distance divided by time. We have to find the speed upper bound value. We write upper bound UB. We can get the upper bound value if the distance is upper bound value and the time is lower bound value. Now the upper bound of distance value will be equal to 33,000 plus 5, that is 3005. And the time is lower bound value equal to 450 minus 5, that's equal to 445. Now we substitute the value 3005 divided by 445 equal to 3005 divided by 445. This is equal to 6.75 meter per second. And this is the answer. Question number 7, part A. On Monday, the amount of money spent on website by each customer was recorded. The table shows the result. The histogram shows some of the result. Find the value of P. Now we have to find the value of P. You see here, this is the histogram chart, and this value is the frequency density of the first interval. You know, frequency density equal to frequency our class rate, and the first interval, the class frequency is given here is P, and class width of this interval is 30. P over 30 equal to frequency density. You see here is 0.5. We put the value here. Now P will be equal to 30 multiplied by 0.5. That's equal to 15. This is the value of P is 15. Next is we have to complete the histogram. To complete histogram, firstly we find the frequency density. Now frequency density is equal to frequency over class width. We write the class width of each interval. You see here, the first interval is 30, next is 40 minus 30 is 10 class width, and the next is the 40 to 50, the class width is 10, next is 60 to 50, the class width is 10, and next 90 to 60, the class width is 30. To draw the histogram, firstly, we find the class width, and next is the frequency density. Now we divide 15 over 30 with 0.3, 0.5, and 18 over 10 is 1.8, 24 over 10 is 2.4, 19 over 10 is 1.9, 24 over 30 is 0.8. Now we draw the graph here, and this graph is between frequency density and the class interval. The class interval third is 40 to 50. We mark the 40 to 50 against 2.4. Now this point is 2.4. It's 2.4. We draw the line, draw the bar here, and this bar from 40 to 50, and this is the line. Okay. Next is the interval. You see here, this is in 50 to 60 and 1.9. We mark here 50 to 60 this line, and that is this bar is 1.9. Now you see here, this is the fourth bar of this histogram, and next is the 60 to 90, 0.8. Now 60 to 90, this is 60 to 90, 0.8. We mark here, this point is 0.8, this is 0.8. Now we draw the bar. This bar is the for the interval 60 to 90, and this is the histogram of the amount of money spent on website. Part third, one of these customers is selected at random to receive a discount voucher. Calculate the probability that this customer spent more than $50 on Monday. Now the probability the amount spent more than $50, that will be equal to the number of total numbers of customer who spend more than $50 divided by total number of customer. Now you see here the total number of customer who spend more than $50. You see here, these are the customer 19 plus 24. We write this value here, 90 plus 24 divided by total customer are 15 plus 18 plus 24 plus 19 plus 24, that's equal to 100. You can find this value by calculator. Now we put the value here, total number of customer are 100, and that is equal to 43 over 100, and this is 0.43 is the probability. Part B, the table shows the amount of money spent on website by each customer on Thursday, the estimate of the mean. That's mean will be equal to, you know, the mean is equal to sum of values divided by total number of values. Thus, to find the sum of values, we find the class mark against this interval. The class mark is the middle of the interval. 30 plus 0 over 2 is 15. These are the class mark. And 15 in the middle value is 35. But this middle value is 45. Next middle value is 55. And next is the 90 plus 60 divided by 275. You can write here class mark equal to upper bound value plus lower bound value divided by 2. Now you see here, these are the class mark value. Now we can find the to find the sum of values, that will be equal to 15 multiplied by 20 and 35 multiplied by 16, 45 multiplied by 24, 55 multiplied by 19, and 75 multiplied by 14. We add all these values. This is equal to sum of values. Now the sum of values will be equal to 4065. You can calculate by calculator. This is equal to 4065. We substitute the value here. Now we add these frequencies 22 plus 16 plus 24 plus 19 plus 14. That's equal to 95. Now 4065 divided by 95. That's equal to 42.78. And the 3SF value will be equal to $42.8 is the answer. Part second, the customer spent $41. It was not included in the table. When we add in the table, you see here the middle value of 40 to 50 is 45. Now we write it as 41 is included in interval 40 to 50. The mid value will be equal to 45, and this value is greater than 42.8 mean value. Therefore, the estimated mean for new value will be greater. Estimated mean will be greater. Question 8, part A. The length of rectangle R is twice its width. Rectangle has perimeter of 20.4 centimeter. Find the length and width of rectangle. Now you see here the perimeter, that's equal to 20.4. Now the perimeter of rectangle formula is 2 times length plus breadth. Now you see here the length of rectangle is twice its width. Now we suppose that the width of the rectangle is x, then the length of rectangle will be 2 times of width is 2x. Therefore, we can write it as 2 into 2x plus x equal to 20.4. Now, therefore, 2 times of 3x equal to 20.4, then x will be equal to 20.4 over 6. Now the answer is length is equal to x equal to 3.4, the width is equal to 3.4, and the length will be equal to 2 times 2x and 2 multiply 3.4. This is equal to 6.8. And now the next part of this question, rectangle S is mathematically similar to rectangle R. Rectangle S has a perimeter 3.6. Calculate the length of rectangle S. Now you see here the two shapes are similar. Therefore, the perimeter of S ratio perimeter of R will be equal to length of S ratio length of R. Now perimeter of rectangle S is 30.6 divided by the perimeter of rectangle R has 20.4. We write 20.4 equal to length of rectangle S. We have to find, we suppose that this length is capital L, and the L length of rectangle R is 6.8. We write here is 6.8. Now you see here, we can divide this value. We get 30.6 divided by 20.4. That's equal to 3 over 2. Now the length will be equal to 3/2 multiplied by 6.8, then the length becomes 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 2 times 4 is 8. Now 3.4 multiplied by 3, that's value equal to 10.2, and 10.2 centimeter is the answer. Part B, a piece of card is a sector of circle with sector angle 75 degree and radius is 8 centimeter. Find an expression in terms of phi, the arc length of sector. Now the arc length of sector is equal to theta over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. We can write it as 2 times 18 is 36. We write it as theta over 180 into pi r. You see here the theta value is 75 degree and 180 multiplied by is written as it is, radius is 8. Now 15 times 5 is 75, 15 times 1 is 15, 15 times 2 is 30. Then we get 4 times 2 and 4 times 3. We get 10 over 3 pi is the arc length of the sector. Part second, the piece of card forms the curved surface area of the cone. The cone is filled to the top with water. Calculate the volume of water in the cone. This volume of water is equal to the volume of cone, and the volume of cone equal to 1/3 pi r square h. Now here the radius of the cone is not given, and we have to find also the height of the cone. Firstly, we find the radius of the cone. The radius of the cone we can find. You see here the piece of the cord forms the curved surface of the cone. This is the piece of the sector. This arc length of the sector is equal to the circumference of the cone. Now we can write it as circumference of cone equal to arc length of sector. Now we already find the arc length of sector. This is 10/3 pi. We write it here 10/3 pi. Now the circumference of the cone is equal to 2 pi r. Therefore, pi will be cancelled. Then r will be equal to 10/3 divided by 2. We get 5/3. This is the radius of the cone. Next is we have to find the height. The height can be found. This is the radius 5/3. We can find height. H square will be equal to the 8 square minus 5/3 whole square, because this is the hypotenuse, this is the perpendicular, and this is the base length of. Therefore, the hypotenuse square will be equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Therefore, this perpendicular square equal to hypotenuse minus base square. The hypotenuse you see here is 8 square minus 5/3 square. We get 64 minus 25/9, and we get the answer here is 7 point. This is H. This is H, and we write it that the length of H is equal to 7.8. You can calculate by this value by calculator. Now we put the value here. This value is 1/3 into pi r is the 5/3 whole square. We write it 5/3 into 5/3, and the height is 7.82. Now we see the answer is 22.75, and the 3SF value will be 22.8 centimeter cube. Question number 9. A, B, C are point on horizontal ground. The bearing of B from A 0.72 The bearing of C from A is 205, AB 170, and AC 95 meter. Calculate BC. Now, firstly, we mark the angle. The bearing of B from A is 72. You see here, this is the angle in clockwise direction from the north at A. This angle is 0.72. Next, you see here the angle bearing of C from A is given 205. It means the angle of C uh, from the north at A is in clockwise direction. This is the 205. Now, when we mark these two angles, you see here we can find the angle. The angle CAB, this angle CAB, we can find if we subtract 72 from 205, we get 133. This angle is CAB will be equal to 133. Now you see here uh, two sides and the angle between them is given here. We can find the opposite side of the triangle by using cosine rule. Now on the cosine rule, BC square length will be equal to AC square plus AB square minus 2 of AB into BC into cos of CAB. Now we substitute the value here. BC square will be AC square is equal to 95 square plus AB square equal to 170 square and minus 2 time of 95. Now BC is 170 into cos 133. Now 95 square is 9025 and 170 square is 28,900. Minus is written as it is now to 2 multiply 95 multiply 170 into cos 133. Now we get minus 22,028.5. Now when we simplify these values, we get BC square equal to 59,953.5. Now we take the square root of 59,953.5. The answer is equal to 244.8 and BC will be equal to 244.8. We write it as 245. Part B, find the bearing of A from C. Now to find the bearing of A from C, firstly we draw the north at C and the angle from the north at C in clockwise direction towards A. This angle, suppose this is x degree, is the bearing of A from C. Now you see here the north at A, the angle is 205 here. This is the 205 and this angle will be equal to 360 minus 205. We get 155 degree angle and this 155 degree angle from this angle we can find the angle x degree because these are two norths which are parallel to each other. The sum of interior angle of parallel lines equal to 180. We write is x degree plus 155 degree equal to 180. Therefore, x degree equal to 180 minus 155. The answer is 25 degree. Now the part C, the point D lies on horizontal ground due south of A and due east of C. Show that AD equal to 86.1 meter. Now you see here this angle, the bearing of C from A is 205. Now this AD is the south and this line from north and the AD line is the south. Therefore, this total angle is 180. Now we subtract the 205 minus 180. We get the angle CAD and this is the 25 degree angle. This angle is 25 degree Now we use the right. We can find this length AD by using the trigonometric ratio. This is the right angle triangle. In triangle ADC, you see here, this is the hypotenuse, and this length AD is the adjacent of the angle 25 degree. Now this is the adjacent side. Now adjacent our hypotenuse equal to cos 25 degree. Adjacent is AD and hypotenuse is 95. Now the AD will be equal to 95 multiplied by cos 25 degree. That's equal to 86.1 meter, and this is the answer. Now part second, a point X is at the top of vertical mast at A. The angle of elevation of X from B is 7 degree. Now firstly we suppose that this is the point A and this is the mast, and that point is the top of the mast, and we name it as X, and the distance of this point B, the angle of elevation of X from B, this is the angle of elevation, is 7 degree, and this point is B and this point is A. Now the angle of elevation of X from B is 7 degree. Next, you see here AB is already given here is 170. Now we can find the length X, we name it as H. Now in triangle AXP, you see here, this is the opposite side and this is adjacent side. Now tan 7 degree will be equal to opposite our adjacent H our 170. Now we write here H will be equal to 7 into 170 into tan 7, and that will be equal to 20.87, and you can calculate this value by using calculator. Now next is we have to find the angle of elevation of X from D. Now you see here, and this is the point X, and the length of AX is 20.87. Now we draw here the AX, and this line is AD. Now you see here, this is AD, and this is X. Now when we join X to D, we get a right angle triangle, ADX. Now we have to find the angle of elevation of X from D. This is the angle of elevation of X from D, and we name it as D degree, and this length is 20.87. Now you see here AD length is 86.1. This is the right angle triangle, and this side is the opposite to the angle D degree, and this side is the adjacent side. Now we take the tan D degree will be equal to opposite our adjacent 20.87 our 86.1. Then D degree will be equal to tan inverse of 20.87 divided by 86.1, we get 0.242. Now we take the tan inverse, that will be equal to 13.6 degree. This is the answer. Question number 10, part A, F is the point 61, G is the point -4, and GH equal to -1, -8. Calculate F. FH. Now, firstly, we find the vector FH. That's equal to OH minus OF. Now, you see here, OH is not given here. Now, OF is -61. We write in the column form. Now, firstly, we find we find OH. You see here, GH is given here. That means it means OH minus OG. Now, the value of OH will be equal to GH plus OG. We shift the OG from right side to left side, that become positive. Now GH is -1 -8 and OG, you see here, this is the position vector of G. We write it as OG and that is -4. Now we add these corresponding values -1 -2 and -8 plus 4. We get -3 and -4. Therefore, OH is equal to -3 -4. We put the value here, that is -3 -4 minus, as it is 6, 1 is written as it is. Now we can write it as -3 -8 -4 -1, that is equal to -9 over -5. Now FH will be equal to absolute value will be equal to square root of x square plus y square. Now we can write it as -9 square plus -5 whole square. Taking square root, we get 81 plus 25 square root. Now the answer will be equal to 25 plus 81. That is the 106, and the square root of this value is equal to 10.3. Now we write it 10.3 is the answer. Part B, OA equal to A, OB equal to B, AC equal to KB. X is the point on OC such that OC equal to MOC. Now write OX in terms of MK, A, and B. Now you see here, OX will be equal to MOC. Now we write OX equal to MOC. Now you see here, this OC vector will be equal to OA plus AC. Now we can write it as M into OA plus AC, and here M is written as it is, OA is position vector is small a plus, you see here, AC. Now AC is equal to KB. Now we write it KB, and OX equal to MA plus KB, and this is the answer. Next is the BX equal to 3 over 5 A minus 1 over 2 B. Now BX, we can write it, the vector BX will be equal to OX minus OB. And OX is the vector M into A plus KB. And OB is the vector minus B. Now we can write it as MA plus MKB minus B. Now MA is written as it is, and MK minus 1, B is taken as a common, and we can write it as MA plus MK minus B. Now this BX value will be equal to vector is 3 over 5A minus 1 over 2B. That's equal to MA plus MK minus 1B. It means when we compare the coefficient of A, that will be equal to 3 over 5 equal to M, and the coefficient of B equal to 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 equal to MK minus 1. Now we put the value of M here is 3 over 5, and K is written as it is -1 minus 1 over 2. Now we can write it as 3 over 5K equal to plus 1 minus 1 over 2, and that's equal to 3 over 5K equal to 1 over 2. Now K will be equal to 5 over 3 multiply 1 over 2. Now we can write it as 5 over 6. And we write here is 5 over 6 is the answer of
is part.